As he charged out with his weapon, several punks on motorcycles had already sped off. But when he turned back, he found his house engulfed in flames. Talk about adding insult to injury. He was powerless, watching helplessly as the flames tore through his home. When Hugo arrived, he realized it was Small May's birthday. What a disaster. Small May's birthday should have been a joy, but he wanted nothing more than to avoid her and celebrate his own kind of special day. Homeless now, he had to crash at all black from Jim Garden's place, while Hugo rushed off. What a classic case of no room at the inn. When Hugo returned to the tavern, he found Kurt already waiting. He opened the trunk to reveal a bloody punk inside. What a comedy of errors this turned out to be. Kurt planned to let Hugo handle it, but reminded him arresting punks was futile. They'd soon be bailed out. After all, Hugo's trip was solely to provide Small May with an explanation. How helpless yet amusing it was, a scene that left people both laughing and crying. Hugo came alone for Small May's sake, ready to wipe out those punks once and for all. But he ended up celebrating his own birthday at the bar. Well, that's one way to spend it. His birthday was grandly celebrated in the tavern, a moment filled with a real tearful laugh. Alone in this place, Hugo was just trying to give Small May an explanation. Such a rash move. The next day, Hugo loaded a few bodies into his car, ready to take them to a remote spot with a case of body outsourcing. Small May's birthday gift was a real horror story, some skull rings in a bag. Now that's one weird gift. Agent Verbal arrived in town to investigate Kurt's drug trafficking, but he was banging his head against the wall for lack of evidence. He stayed for the investigation as a long-distance bus arrived, disgorging a scruffy man. What a bizarre mix. The guy shocked everyone when he claimed he was serving the people. What a funny take on being a hero. Just then, the deputy called him about capturing a special criminal. Now that's a moment to chuckle about. When Hugo saw the prisoner, he was flabbergasted. It was an old buddy. This twist was both infuriating and hilarious. Flashback to 15 years ago when Hugo was caught stealing diamonds. It felt like a past life all over again. Rabbit leveraged jail connections to track him down, forcing Hugo to spill about Anna and the diamond. Talk about a classic frenemy scenario. Hugo endured a life worse than death while this guy was willing to help. A dark twist on being a good Samaritan. Hugo treated him to a meal, bought clothes, and gave cash. What a strange kindness. But the next day, the man showed up at the police station again, unpredictably got arrested. The prison bars were clearly not in his life plan. Turns out, he never left town. He had blown all his savings on gambling. What a genuine tragedy of high stakes. Hugo discovered he had turned into a risk-taking entrepreneur right in town. Hugo knew these types wouldn't hesitate for a paycheck. Such are the rules of the dark world. To protect his own identity, Hugo ultimately had to tie up loose ends. What a headache. In the end, the man took his secrets to the deep blue, while Hugo and his crew plotted a move loaded with secrets. Just then, Anna called, claiming she found a diamond buyer. A magical moment was here. Hugo decided to trust Anna, and off they went to the meeting spot, while Kurt watched with suspicion looming. But en route, Anna drugged him, and Hugo collapsed. It was like stepping into a horror movie. When he woke up, he found himself locked in a room by Anna. She had struck a deal with Rabbit, trading Hugo's life for her family's safety. What a desperate choice. Hugo felt like a lamb to the slaughter, danger closing in. How on earth would he escape? Unfortunately, Rabbit's crew was too late, while Hugo had already made a grand escape. What a heroic vanishing act. Hugo returned to the attic only to find Anna waiting. This really was a chilling episode of Star Trek gone wrong. He never expected betrayal would come from a woman he trusted. Anna felt deeply regretful for her actions as well. It turned out Anna was Hugo's biological daughter, a colossal secret revealed. Hugo wanted to whisk her away, while Anna was torn about leaving her family. Such a complicated family affair. After a heated argument, leaving both in a bad mood, Anna was just about to turn and leave when suddenly Rabbit's crew came knocking. She was shoved into a trunk only to be brought back to the attic. Hugo was now in control of the chaos. No longer waiting for rescue, he decided to head for Rabbit's headquarters. What an absolutely unmissable challenge. Suddenly, Rebecca came knocking, wanting Hugo to help check her. Turns out she had been kicked out of her house. The two shared a romantic moment after a passionate kiss before hopping out. What a twist of romance. Meanwhile, unfortunately for Kurt, his assistant had witnessed every single move. At the same time, the hitmen had completed all their preparations and were about to embark on a magnificent counterattack. Though Anna had secretly trained all these years, she was no match for them, culminating in a movie-style showdown with the hitmen. After an intense fight, Anna defeated the hitmen with her delicate fists. It was a battle of the drug god. Pose Hugo returned only to find Anna barely hanging on. What a heart-wrenching tale. Meanwhile, Anna's husband arrived at the hospital, irrationally interrogating Hugo. What a comedic misunderstanding. Lucky for them, Anna was out of danger, offering a small sigh of relief. Meanwhile, Rabbit had been secretly tracking them for 15 years, determined to find Hugo and Anna. What a thrilling game of chase. He gathered all his gang members for the ultimate strike, and now that's the spirit of collective strength. Meanwhile, Kurt escorted Rebecca to a casino under construction. What a gambler's paradise. This project was funded by Kurt, managed by the chief, but with the chief's unexpected death, the situation was like adding fuel to the fire. Sid decided to seize control of the family business, excluding Kurt from further involvement. What an intense family power struggle this has become.